If you can join on video, that would be nice.
Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah, hi everyone. This is Joshna. I'm connecting from Bangalore.
Mm.
So actually, I'm not married.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm just interested in this child development topic. So I was just curious to join this meeting and see how it goes.
Sure. Do you also work with children?
No, I don't work, but I'm curious to work in future. I'm
Okay, super,
interested. Yeah,
super, super.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, and thank you. So thank you. I see Rashmi. I think your husband has
My
joined in.
husband is
Hi.
also here.
Shubhag here.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
My name is Shubhag.
Shubha. Okay. Hi, hi. Welcome. Okay. So I'm Ratnesh, and well, to my introduction, I will make it little longer just to give you the context from where Aarohi happens. So, me and my wife, and I say me and my wife Aditi, we started were I kind of being with children. I wouldn't say working with children because we were not trained, qualified, whatever. We were just curious, as Joshna is saying. We're just curious to be with children, so we chose to be with children to learn about them and from them learn about learning. So this was way back 1999. We started being with them, and in that journey of working with them, we learned two main things from them about them. The first thing that we learned about them is that they are amazing learners. They want to learn whatever they want to learn, right? Not what we want them to learn, or rather, to say it more clearly, they want to do what they want to do. Actually, they're not even bothered about learning. They just want to do what they want to do, and they can go deep into it also. So that's the first thing that we learned, and it took some years to understand that, because initially we thought we will bring a lot of stuff to them, we will add value. We realized very soon we were not adding major value, they were adding value to us, right? And the second thing is they are also they can design this whole thing, this whole doing learning, in terms of what resources they need, whom they want to do it with, how they want to do it, how much time they want to spend on it. There's an amazing decision making machinery in them. It's like they are born with that, right? In fact, all of us are born with that. So that was the second major learning, that we say all the resources that they need are already with them. Literally, I mean, physical resources, obviously we all would like a lot of physical resources, but in terms of the capabilities, they are born with all the capabilities that they need for themselves. So again, the design and desire has to be theirs, not ours. We can have different wants from them, but they have their own designs and desires. So that is what we learned with them. And that made us think that, hey, this kind of a space isn't available, where children can actually do this. They can do what they want to do, learn what they want to do, design their own learning, obviously with all the support. Parents are the most important people, so with parent support and a lot of other people support, including people like us. So that is what we started. First we started with our daughter, and by the time we started, she was about, yeah, 8 9 years old, our daughter. And then within few months, many other parents said, hey, why don't you do this as a group rather than doing it alone? We also thought that yes, it would be good fun to do it with a community. So that's where how Aarohi was formed in 2008. So it's been a lovely journey, almost for Aarohi itself about 17 years now. So to bring it back to my family, my daughter is now 26. She's married. She's a professional in her field. And my son is 21. He's also a professional son. Both of them not gone to school, not gone to no 10th, no 12th, no college, no degree, no certificates. They've just lived their life doing what they like doing, and they continue to do so. And so many other children who have been part of our Rohi community, who have done this and are continuing to do so. So we have a group of children who are with us now, and so many children who have carried on and become adults and moved ahead in their lives. So that's been our journey, both as a parent and as a community founder, member, whatever you want to call it. And as I said, we have had the great fortune of having, or rather living every day as a party. Party not in the sense of fun, but party in the sense of intensely living that day. Because that's what children embody. They bring full energy into what they want to do today. They're not thinking about tomorrow. Thank God they're not thinking about tomorrow. They're thinking about today, and they're sinking their teeth fully into it. Yeah. So that's a little kind of background of both, of our background, as well as um, how Aarohi came into being. So that was way 2008. We started in a small house in Bangalore, and soon we needed big space because the children wanted to be all over the place. Then one of the grandfathers had this 5-acre land in a village about 60 kilometers from Bangalore. So he donated that to the trust, and that's how we are here in this campus, which is about 60 kilometers. Um, it's a beautiful, wild campus in middle of kind of nowhere. At least it used to be kind of nowhere. Now more civilization has come around. So yeah, we it's a residential space. We all live together. So there are children who come to campus. We all live together and we enjoy together. Yeah, so that's brief introduction. I'll talk a little more about Arohi in a little while. Um, but let me also, before the few more people have joined, Deepali has joined, Priyanka, and Subhashini. Hi. So would you like to quickly come on video, just say hi to the group? We just started with introduction, and maybe you caught half of my introduction. Would you like to say hi to the group? Just maybe share your name, ages of your children, maybe the city you are, uh, signing in from.
All right. So, hello everyone. Myself, Priyanka Jagdale. I'm from Pune, and I'm very curious to know how homeschooling is actually functioning. So that's
Mhm.
why I'm here, and I hope I'll get the clarity. And so happy to hear.
Superb. Yeah, welcome. Thanks, Priyanka. Dipali and Subhashini. Would you like to say hi to the group?
Hi everyone, my name is Sipali. My daughter is in about to 7 year old, like 6.5 year old.
Hmm.
So let's here to check, like know how homeschooling works, what's unschooling and everything. So just curious about the things. So that's why I just joined this session to know more about it.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure. And which city are you are from, Dipali, right now?
I'm from Navi Mumbai.
Sorry, Mumbai. Okay, okay. Sure, sure.
Hi, this is Subhashini.
Yes, Subhashini.
Hi, my daughter is 5.5 years old, and I'm very curious about how unschooling and how Aarohi basically works.
Okay, okay.
So I've joined to know more
Sure,
details
sure.
about this.
Yeah, yeah.
We are from Bangalore,
You're
and
from
we've
Bangalore.
come to Shulagiri, kind of taken a look around and everything, and we are very interested. So I just wanted to
Sure,
know
sure.
more about this.
Superb, superb.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So what I'll do is I'll do a quick 5, 10, 15 minute uh, kind of a sharing, obviously with inputs from you, and and then we can have a discussion, question answers kind of thing. Right. So let me start with this. Yeah. So before I start talking about Arohi or what could be, you're using the word unschooling, homeschooling, uh, we also call it open learning. Yeah, these are just terms, and mostly we have stuck onto the phrase child based education because we are not limiting it to only the schooling years. As I was giving the examples of our own children and many other children, their Arohi works with children up to 21 years. So it's not about schooling only, it's about your education. So we call it child based education. But before we get into what it is, little more, I want to understand from you, what are you looking for? If you have any specific questions, any specific concerns, any specific needs, uh, if you can share that, because then I can when I talk, I can, weave rather your questions. So if you would like to share, you can share in chat. You can come on voice, whichever way.
Mm, Ratnesh, uh, what we are seeing, uh,
Hmm.
and that two, three issues for which I'm looking forward to visiting Aarohi
Hmm.
is one. Uh, uh, First is I see that my child needs a company,
Sure, sure,
uh, and in the daytime she does not get any.
sure.
And it's not engaging enough. Whatever means, if I try to do something that is not engaging enough for the whole day, that maybe
Sure.
for 15 minutes, maybe maximum for 1 hour, but uh, a group of her own age group will provide whatever will provide. I cannot provide that. So that is a gap that I am seeing. The second thing is that I also want her to be in a community where nature is intertwined with your living. So that is also a second aspect that I am looking forward to, Arohi.
You got hanged or something.
I am. Hello.
Disconnected.
Sorry, I seem to have a not so good connection. I got dropped off. Sorry. So yeah, Rashmi, you were talking about the she wants company and engaging. Till there, I could hear you, and then I got dropped off. Sorry, sorry. Let
No
me
problem.
pull back
Yeah,
my.
second point I was saying that I want her to experience community living where
Mm-hmm.
living is intertwined with nature completely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm. That is my second purpose of looking forward to visiting Arohi.
Sure. Sure.
Mm.
Okay. Others, whatever your questions are, whatever you are looking for, whatever you are wanting, just some pointers for me to take this
Can I
forward.
speak?
Sure, sure,
Uh,
sure. Please feel free.
Actually,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all. I'm at the start. I think I'm at zero. First, I want to learn what is this schooling, whether
Okay.
I can give this approach to my kid or not. And
Mm-hmm.
even I don't have any support from my family. I mean, my husband is not against this, but he's not believing the system.
Mm-hmm.
So, whether I can convince him.
Sure, sure.
So, I have many questions, obviously, but I don't know where to start.
Sure, sure. No, no, it's great that you have many questions. That's what it's all about. To have lots of questions. I don't think even I have all the answers, or rather any answers. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk more about that. Yes.
can I talk?
Yeah, yeah. Please, please.
Okay, so I am an educator myself,
Mm-hmm.
and so the idea of conventional schooling doesn't sit with me properly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't work anymore. It doesn't suit me at all how
Mm-hmm.
kids are being treated, or the whole system.
Mm-hmm.
And the same way, my daughter, she's little, very curious, wants to do everything in her own pace and everything. So whatever is suitable for her is, child-led education or child-based education is what I'm looking for
Sure,
her.
sure, sure.
Yeah, so I'm curious about how it will fit for her.
Okay, okay.
Sir, can I share something from my end?
Sure, sure, please.
Yeah, so my concern, there are two reasons why I'm here today. So first is like the expectation from the student, like in the early age to sit for long time.
Mm-hmm.
My son, he's 6 years old. He can learn when more happily when he's uh, moving, or
Mm-hmm.
can't sit still for the long time.
Sure,
He's learning from the environment and whatever is necessary academically and in all areas for that matter. So that was my concern. If homeschooling is helping him the way he is, if homeschooling will enhance the qualities that he has, I would like to go for that. And
sure,
second question is like I'm from Pune, Maharashtra. So if you're
sure.
have any campus or something like point of contact or the point of group where people are
Sure.
the Pune parents are meeting in person. So that also I would like to know from my end. Thank you so much.
Sure. Oh, we do have a campus in Pune, which is your house. That's where we need to all start with. You have all have a beautiful campus at your home, and the moment we think like that, then everything becomes a campus, and every human being on this earth becomes a co-passenger for us. Forget human being, every being, every tree, plant, animal, everything that happens, yeah, becomes a co-passenger in our journey. And suddenly you realize there is abundance of resources, opportunities, connections, company, like somebody was saying, community. There is community just outside your house. Draw a circle of 1 kilometer, and there are like so many people within that 1 kilometer. I'm sure, unless you are living in total wilderness. Yeah, and there are so many people there. Just think of everybody as part of your community, and voila, you will have so much fun. Okay. I don't know about all of this called education, meaning we'll come to education in a little while, but first of all, we need to soak in the day that we are given every day, right? And enjoy ourselves doing things that we like doing. So yes, we do have a campus in Pune, absolutely. And yes, how can that campus be supported by other campuses is should be the question. We all can. That's what community is all about: to support each other, to give and take. You will give and we will give. So we'll talk more about it. Okay, anybody else wants to share or ask anything which you
Uh,
think you are looking for? Yeah, Dipali.
so actually, what I'm looking for is how this unschooling and homeschooling works, and like as a working parents, how they are managing their children in this, and plus currently like there are many multiple schools or multiple subjects and like multiple boards, and they are teaching differently and everything. So we get confused, right? Which school we choose. So that's how they it's different from like unschooling is different from those things, and how we can help the child even if they are going to school, right? We teach them at home because they are not teaching that properly, and sometimes we know this we can teach them more than what they are teaching in a school, like what we do, like I do at home. So I don't know like how I can approach the things, like approaching is the main concept, like how I want to learn here and how to manage the homeschooling and the with the like working parent like that and any community support everything in Mumbai side. So those are so many questions are there, like many confusing questions and multiple things are going because we are because I am hearing multiple terms of both multiple terms like unschooling, wardrobe,
Yep,
homeschooling,
yep.
online schooling. So these are confusing so many things. So what is best for my child in this AI generated like era? Because now the world is going too much faster than like what it's in 1 year back also, like even in so that's why it's just curious about the things, how can we
Sure,
help the child.
sure, sure. Okay,
Yeah.
superb. So I'm just feeling very nostalgic because obviously we also started somewhere where all you all are in that sense, and we all had the uh, kind of, I wouldn't say exactly the same, but we have similar questions. The only difference was we had already worked with about children for about 8-9 years, and they had already punched us enough times for us to realize that the answers of these questions does not lie anywhere else, right? The answers of these questions lie in our children. I do, whenever I interact with parents, I tell parents that the best person to answer all your questions, the best book on child development or education or learning is right there in your house, your child. Yeah. If we can read our child, if we can read the book called Our Child, then that is the biggest learning for us. in store, right? All other questions, all other, theories, everything else is totally not even secondary, tertiary. Okay. But if we can just do that, if we can just say, oh, whatever we need to know about children, about learning, about education, all the answers are there in our child, in our and in us also, in that sense, but mostly in our child, because we are talking about our child's education. Because you're asking me so many questions: how to manage, how to engage, how is it different, how does it work? And I will say, oh, that's good, because now that you have the questions, you just need to know who to ask the answer. And if you ask me, I would say, ask your child. Yeah. Not ask your child in the sense you go tomorrow morning or today evening and say, okay, tell me all the answers. Not that way. But if we can start observing our child, thinking that he or she is the consultant, he or she is the leader. You see, when the child was very young, when your child was very young, maybe 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 year, who was leading the child? Were you leading the child, or the child leading himself or herself? Think about that. We were just following the child. If he says, now I want to sleep, now I want to sleep. If he says, now I want to eat, we run around and get food for him or her, right? So when children are young, they are completely in control of their life. And to the extent that we all follow around them, right? And we kind of somehow fulfill whatever their leadership. And somewhere as they grow a little older, we say, okay, now enough of your leadership. Now we need to take over. We need to design a curriculum. We need to design activities. We need to engage you. We need to get company for you. So we start taking up the responsibility. So in some ways, if you look at it, we have taken away their responsibility. They were born with a sense of responsibility, of leadership, and we have kind of taken it away. And now we are suddenly left with that, oh, how do we provide this and provide that? Okay. So if you're looking at Aarohi, we believe the answer is the child. Yeah. And we'll get the child will find all the answers inside him. Yeah, we just need to give the child the space, physical space, time space, mental space, emotional space, social space, to find that out, right? So let me I'll elaborate on it a little more, just a while. But please realize, at Aarohi, the hero of the child's movie is the child, not us, right? We have to move out of our heroship. We need to move out thinking that we are the ones who will make the difference. No, no, no. We will make a lot of difference. I'm not saying we will not value add. We will definitely a lot of value add. But that's not our job. If you ask me, hey, what is the job of a parent? I'll say the job of a parent is to enjoy the child. Our job is to teach him, guide him, engage him, take her to different places and all of that. Yeah, which is there. I'm not saying it is not there. So what we have, you know, what we have done over the last so many years is that we have worked with so many families, with so many children, and and each child is different. So each family's journey is different. First of all, each parents are different. Then each child is different. So if you ask me, how do I go about homeschooling? I say, I have no idea, because it should be your idea. It should be you, or and your family and your child together coming up with how do you want to go about it. Yes, you will take guidance from others, you will take support from others, and we'll come to that's not a big deal. But if you start realizing that the all you need to do is start, and all the resources that you need are there with you. Yeah, Rashmi's been saying that I've been unschooling my daughter for so long, or whatever, so many years, right? And in fact, the first few years we unschool our children only. We don't have a curriculum for a 8-month-old. We don't say, okay, today you will learn this. No, the child learns a whole mother tongue completely on her own. Nobody teaches her. She just picks up stuff from the environment and stitches it together. And if there are two languages, the child learns two languages and knows whom to speak what. If there are three languages in the house, the child speaks three languages. In my house, there were three languages: English, Hindi, and Kannada. Both me and my wife did not know, but the caregiver who was there for my daughter, she knew only Kannada. So my daughter picked up Kannada and would speak to her caregiver in Kannada. She would not speak in Hindi and English to her. To us, she will not speak in Kannada. Will speak with English. So she had even at 1.5, sorry, at 2, she had even the idea whom to speak in what language. See, that sophistication they have, right? So what is, so how do we go about? So let me put it in a very we've tried to put in a very simple graphic or simple words, keywords. Uh, if you look again at a child, if you observe a child carefully, you will automatically see these four things happening. In fact, if you see yourself also, all these four things happen. First, you decide, or the child decides what the child wants to do. Suppose a very young child. Let me take a very young child's example, because all your children have been through that ages. So you can all relate to it, right? So let's say a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old who says, okay, I want to play, let's say, with water, right? So that's the decision. So the child wants to do what? Play with water. That's the deciding part. Then the child has to design it. He will design which tub he wants, or she wants, how much water she wants, where she wants, which all toys. So she will get her toys to play in water with. So that's the designing part. They are designing it themselves. They may take your suggestions if you give them. You may come bring something new. You say, would you like to play with this also in the water? Oh, I will try that also. So that's the designing part, which is typically a co-designing, right? Where we all also contribute, but mostly they are designing, they are thinking what resources, whom all I want there, how much time I want to play, and so on. And then they go about doing it. And their doing may not match with their design. They may innovate, change, do only one thing for all the time, do some 15 things in that little time. And all the time doing. And then after that, invariably they reflect. Okay, this was fun, this was not fun, so tomorrow I don't want to do this, tomorrow I want to do this, tomorrow mama you don't tell me to come out in 10 minutes or whatever. So they will have an aspect of reflection, and then the circle continues, right? In some ways, at this age we all do this. I'm sure you all think about, hey, how you want your day, week, month, year. So many people are deciding, planning for their 2026 now that this is new year. And then you will design, hey, what all resources I need, do I want to do this, do I want to go there, do I want to. So we all have our own designs to our decisions, and then we go about doing it. Most of the time our plans change as we go along doing it. It's not like we strictly follow what we decided. And all the time we are reflecting back, right? At the end of the day you may sit down and reflect, hey, this is how my day went. And so if you see, whether it's a 2-year-old or a 57-year-old me, we all follow the same simple process of living. Yeah, deciding, designing, doing, reflecting. And these are not discrete cycles. In designing we may change our decision, in doing we will design more things, in reflecting we will think of, okay, what different things we will do. So it's a very dynamic circle. It's constantly moving, constantly changing based on our needs and wants, and inputs from everybody. And in this, a lot of times, a lot of people contribute. It's not like I as stay as an individual. Yeah, so that is what to us learning is all about. And if you say, how do I do homeschooling, unschooling, schooling, education, growing up, learning, whatever, this is the way. There's no other way. Yeah. You decide, you design, you do, you reflect. And if you have a child, you say, my child decides. Yes, I decide with my child. My child designs. Yes, I design with my child. My child does some things I will do with my child, something the child will do with others, something the child will do alone. And I will reflect with my child, maybe at the end of the day, at the end of the week, and so on. So this is at least what we follow at Aarohi. As you can see in the center of the frame is a group of, it shows a child with few adults. The adults could be parents, the adults could be others. Adults could be also other people around, other children, other adults. It doesn't matter. The child obviously needs a group. Very rightly, somebody said, hey, the child needs company. Yes, we all like people around us because we like picking up things from them and giving things to them. Uh, the components is we say education has two components. One is learning and one is development. Now, what is the difference between the two? Learning is when we learn something new. If I don't know how to do a crochet, let's say a crochet stitch, that is new, isn't it? I don't know. I say I don't know how to do crochet, and then maybe I go to Priyanka or Lavanya and they say, hey, I will tell you how to do it, and they show me, and I learn my first stitch, and then I say, hey, I've learned my first stitch, right? So that's learning where I've got something new. Yeah. That could be because I got exposed to, because somebody was doing it in my thing, or I saw a video or something. All right, and then I wanted to explore it. I got interested in it. Development is interesting. Development is something which I already have, and I develop it like a muscle. I already have the muscle. Now I can develop the muscle. We don't say I'm learning muscle. No, I say I'm developing my muscle. Similarly, I have a sense of responsibility. I can develop it. I have a sense of disciplining. I can develop it. I have a sense of, let's say, social connections or emotional, responses or emotions. So all of these emotions, all of these qualities and characteristics are all inside me. Yeah, they're already there. The day I'm born, I have all of these in me. Yeah, to be attentive, to be distracted, to be to make mistakes, to not make mistakes, to run fast, to run slowly. So I can again develop these. I can develop my running, isn't it? But the running is already there in me. So that's the development part. So these two components are constantly happening because I'm designing, doing, reflecting, and then the circle goes on. So they are all interdependent. And that is where this word interdependence comes in. So we don't learn in individuals. We always are interdependent. We are interdependent to each other. Like mother tongue, I could have only learned because people spoke the mother tongue around me. If nobody spoke anything, I wouldn't have learned how to speak. At least the language. I would have learned how to speak, but not that language. So the interdependence is a very, you can say, environment in which we all learn. So that's exactly how I would say learning happens. At least it happens in Aarohi. Okay. So if now I want to talk about Aarohi, what typically happens in Aarohi? Um, Before we go there, let me just say what we do here is we work closely with each child, and we say we'll work with this child's passions, this child's interests, this child's strengths, this child's capabilities, so that this child can develop the way she or he wants to develop. So that's the whole idea. It's not like we don't have a curriculum, we don't have an agenda. To us, the child himself is a curriculum. The child will design his or her own structure. And how does that happen? So very quickly, the first thing that the child we all do with the children is we create this dynamic learning plan, this idea of deciding and designing, right? That's done on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So that's what happens. In a way, that is what is happening. If you have a child at home, the child is already doing it. There is no doubt about it. The child is already deciding what I want to do tomorrow. Mama, I want to do this. Daddy, get me that. I want to make that, or whatever. Yeah. So that's the dynamic learning plan because it keeps changing. And thankfully, children are exploratory. They want to explore different things. So their plans keep changing. Today, I want to do this. Tomorrow, I don't want to do this. Today, I want to join a class. Tomorrow, I don't want to go to that class, and so on. And once they decide what they want to do, what we do is we say, okay, now that you have decided, how can we bring in all together, including you? How can we bring explorations, projects, resources, people, books, websites, YouTube videos, whatever it is? What all can we bring in so that whatever you want to explore can be done? Just like the child says, I want to do swimming, you run and get a whatever, a swimming costume, a swimming kit, and so on. So that's how we match the desire with what they need. Obviously, what we also do is we also interact a lot with real world. In the sense, we don't sit in a classroom. We don't have any classrooms, right? We don't have any teachers. We just go out and do stuff in the world. If somebody says, I want to paint, okay, paint. And not just paint, go on, show it to world, sell it to world if you can, right? In the same way, if you want to grow something. If you want to play with anybody and anybody. Why only play with one person? So we have a constant exposure of the child to all kinds of real world experiences. Yeah. Which means we travel a lot, we meet a lot of people, we do a lot of projects out there in the world, not just sitting in my home, but doing it out with the world. I'll give you an example. One child was interested at 8 years to to just know how does things work in this. How do we get sabji, vegetables? How do we get fruits? So she said, okay. She only came up with the idea that I will sit with this akka who sells vegetable at the corner of the street and sell vegetables with her. And she sold vegetables with her 1 or 2 hours every day for a month. What wonderful way to understand how the world works. How does vegetable come? How do vegetables go? Who buys? How it's bought and sold, and mathematics and so on. So you can really interact with the world anywhere and everywhere. Right at the corner of your house. Finally, um, uh, we also realize that education isn't about just some subjects. It's about us. We are the most important subjects. So we have to look into ourselves. What is my emotions? What are my social needs? Because each one has a different social need. Okay, what kind of what how do I lead myself? So when we say leadership skills, it's not about leading others, but about leading myself. So how do I look at life? So I need to constantly look inside as much as I look outside. So there's a constant work with the outside world and the inside world. And that is because, see, the outside world will keep changing. In the sense, I may today want to do art, but tomorrow I may want to do software. So I've changed my, let's say, domain, but I'm still the same person. So I need to work on this person also, as much as I work on, the domain skills, as they are called. Yeah. The last thing, it's an add-on. Those four were the key things. This is an add-on that Aarohi offers, is that we also offer for older children, which is teenagers, to do their professional journey without necessarily going to any college or getting any degree. That's called passion to profession, where they convert what they really like doing into actual professional fields, and they actually do that by again actually working with the industry. They don't do it reading by courses or sitting at one place, but they actually go out to the industry, work with them, and so on. But that does not mean that they cannot go back into school or college. If any child, if you see the slide shows on the left side Radhika, who wanted to go back to college. So she gave 10th and 12th and she went to college. And on the right hand side, it shows Skanda with his mom. Skanda is now 20 years. He didn't want to go to college, but he continued his journey of working out in the industry with the people, doing different things, and now he has his own agency, and he's kind of uh, learning and being a professional in his life. So that's briefly about how Aarohi works. Yeah. And how education can work, which is outside the schooling system. We have nothing against schooling system. That's an absolutely fine system. Whoever likes it, whoever does not like it, this is another way of learning. Yeah. What we specifically offer, so let me finish by saying what do we specifically offer to people. We have basically two offerings. One offering is for children. If you see the right side of the slide, which we call as the child coming to the campus. So we work with children only at our campus. Yeah, we don't, and usually children above 8 9, normally 9, yeah, 8 9 onwards, they are the ones who are part of our campus till about 21 22. That's the age they stay with. Some of them can move ahead in between. So that's what we offer the campus to. Obviously the younger children, younger than 8 9, um, can come with the parents. So parent child is another option, where parent, if you stay close by, let's say if you stay in Bangalore or anywhere else closer to our campus, and you can come 1 week in a month, then you come to our campus also, which is what I was telling Rashmi about. That's the option of parent and child coming together. So that's what happens at our campus. But we are not limited to our campus. We have a beautiful online community, which meets on an every week basis, or rather every day basis. Not physically meets. There are live sessions where we all discuss, create, and do a lot of interesting things as well. But this is only for parents. So that's the left side, the online community, where a lot of interesting stuff happens. So you can be part of the online community. Obviously, if your child is part of the campus, by default you're part of the online community. But if you cannot be, if you don't want to be, which is absolutely fine. If you are far away in terms of city, let's say you are in Pune or you are in some other city, Srinagar, somebody said, you can join our community from distance. So what do we offer online? The most important offering that we offer is called Jagriti. It's a small program. It's just 11 sessions, but it will change the way you will see your child completely. It will not change the way, it will add many, 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 many perspectives into your child. So this is something which we say, please do this program, if you, even if you don't want to do anything else with Aarohi. Yeah, this is one hell of a program which will totally explode yourself. It's not about giving you any solution. This is not about that. Jagrati is not a parenting program. That's why we call it unparenting program. It's about discovering many, 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 many more ways of understanding the child and understanding yourself as a parent. So this is a program we started in 2002, and we just finished 65th batch last month, and we have a batch starting on 23rd January. It's a small program, 11 sessions online, 2 sessions in a week. So it takes about 6 weeks to do this program, possibly a lifetime to explore and implement what you got from this program. So that's one Jagrati program. The other thing, as I already shared, we have an online community which you can join. Again, the online community is for parents, it's not for children. Uh, if you join the online community, by default, you will join Jagrati program. If you have already done Jagrati program, then you can anyway join community. So it's like all together. This is an ongoing community, and again, you join minimum for a year. Even in the campus, the example that I took, you join minimum for a year. Yeah. One last thing. Uh, so if all of this sounds too overwhelming and say, oh my goodness, what is this guy saying? Can't make a head or tail of what he's talking about, uh, which happens. That's absolutely fine. The invitation that we have, so first invitation that we have for all of you is come over and stay with us for a week as a family and experience what this kind of child-based education can be. And when you come here, you will not come as parents. If let's say you, your spouse, and one child comes, so three of you are coming. For us, three learners are coming, or three doers are coming. So all three of you would do your journeys here for a week, and you will experience it firsthand, not as a parent, but as a learner. And then you will realize, this can be so much fun, and this can be so much deep. And it's not neither easy, it's not difficult, because it's not about it ceases to be about easy difficult. It's about all the questions that I have. You guys were all asking so many questions. All the questions that you have are beautiful. They are subjects by themselves. We should explore them all together. And when we explore them together, we are no hurry to completely find the answer. We find a new answer every now and then. Yeah, so that's the journey. If you say how to do it, I say, there, let's have a life. It's like saying how to live my life. Well, you don't have an answer, right? You will keep living your life, and every stage your life, the way you live your life keeps evolving, keeps changing, keeps evolving. That is why we call this as Aarohi, which in Sanskrit means evolving. So there isn't a formula, there isn't a way, but there is a togetherness. And that's why we are all together. Yeah. So let me pause here. And I took more time than I said I will take. So apologies for that, but I often do that. Okay. So now the floor is open. Please go ahead. Oh, over we have Sumit today. Hello, Sumit. I'm meeting you again after quite some time.
I
Good to
know.
see you.
I know. I dropped by because of a note that you said that it is about togetherness, and I came to see how
So
I can
nice,
help.
so nice, so nice to see you after a long time. Hope you're doing good, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
That's very nice. So nice. Okay, so yeah, people who have joined late, people who have joined early, no problem. Ask questions, whatever you want to discuss. Now we are open. We can chit chat. If more people can join on video, it will feel like we are all sitting in a room and talking to each other. So that would be nice. Come on mic. But if you can't come on mic or video, no issues. Use chat. However, yeah,
I have one question.
please.
The week is from Monday to Saturday or Monday to Sunday?
Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday. Okay.
Yeah, the campus working week is Monday to Friday. The children who live here, they can choose to go back home on weekends, or
Mhm.
they can stay here on the weekend. Especially children coming from far off. We have children from Mumbai, from Delhi. So when they come from far off, they don't go back on weekends. But children who are, let's say, coming from close by, let's say Bangalore, they go back on weekends. But yeah, week is Monday to Friday.
Okay. Thank you.
Time, sir, like
And
is it like that Monday to Friday when you're saying that it's going to be started from 8 a.m. or ending at 6 p.m. or it is complete full time over there?
Residential.
Yeah. So you come and stay with us. That's what I'm saying. 1 week you stay, you will have no more questions.
Okay, got
You will
it.
realize questions are not important. I mean, they're important in the sense we should keep having questions, but sorry, answers are not important.
Okay,
Because
got it.
what is my answer? Today you will get up at 8 o'clock, so today your day started at 8. Tomorrow you will get up at 4 o'clock, so tomorrow you. One day children decided they want to have board game Olympics. So they will wake up at 4 or 4:30. The Olympics started at 5 a.m. in the morning and they played board games whole day till the night. Now, what time does the game start? It depends on what they want to do, right? Just last week of December 20, the week which ended on 23rd or 22nd, I'm not remembering the dates correctly. They suddenly realized skies were very clear, so we were having every day what we call a star parties, as in we will go on our rooftop, watch the stars, set up our telescope, just spend time on the terrace, although it was cold, and it could go on to 12, 1 o'clock in the night, and then obviously whoever wants to go sleep in between is going and sleeping. We are chit chatting, singing, watching stars. Thankfully stars don't go away even if we sing loudly. I hope you realize there isn't really one
One.
pattern. All of us together decide how and when and where and what, and whoever wants to join in whichever joins in. If you come and say, I want to climb that tree, maybe two more people will say, hey uncle, I will also join you, I'll also join you, and maybe seven others will say, go, 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 I am not interested. So that's how life at campus happens.
Got it.
Pretty much how life at home happens, I guess.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, more thoughts, more questions. You can ask about Arohi or about you can call it homeschooling, unschooling, child-based education, open learning. Please use whatever term. The term doesn't matter. What matters is what are we looking for? Yeah, what is our thoughts, our questions?
Okay, so
hello,
hi Rajesh.
Ramesh.
Okay, two people together. That's
It's
nice.
okay, I'll go later.
One by one. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Actually, you mentioned that you have a campus in Pune as well, right?
No, no, I was, it was like, yeah, in a way, yes, and in a way, no. That was for Priyanka when she said, do you have a campus in Pune? So I said, your home is a campus. So you have to start
Okay.
thinking
So
that my
you,
home is a campus. We don't have a formal campus, but for us,
okay.
every parent who is part of our community, his or her home is campus. And what beautifully the parents of our community do, or we all do, is we keep inviting. Come over to my house. Come stay with us. We will go there. We will do this. You see, now suddenly your campus becomes alive. And you don't need to only invite homeschoolers and schoolers. You can invite anybody, isn't it? The neighbors, whatever, grandmom, you can invite her and she can tell you stories and you can cook something for her. The child can cook something for her. So the world, when you open your doors, it's not about whom do you open for. It's about you're opening the doors for learning, doing, interdependence, joy. So to think of, it's a beautiful thought, Lavanya. If you think of your home as a learning campus, as an exploring campus, then everybody around your house, whether they are 10 kilometers away or 10,000 kilometers away, they can come through Zoom to your house, right? Like how you are joining us today. Or they can come physically when they visit your place, or people who are close by, they can come, or you can go to their place. You can go to the bakery down the street or in the nearby market and say, can we spend 2 hours to see how you bake cakes? Okay, maybe one bakery wala will say no, but I'm sure the next one will say yes. And there you go. You can learn baking, right? And then learn how a commercial bakery works. So what I'm saying is, consider your house as a campus first.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
then
That
everything
will
just
be a
opens
nice
up.
way to get connected, people who are living nearby, and so that
Absolutely. And
the child can get that opportunity to explore.
yes, and
What my
including us, not just the child. Believe me, more than the
Yeah,
child, sometimes we learn.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
what my question is, can we come for a visit in Arohi without joining in any program at the first?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I
That's
wanted
was
to give an overview to my husband. What is this?
Absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely. That's what I was saying, that you can. Um, I will type the link also. The invitation that I gave is that please come and experience this kind of learning. This is especially good for people who says no, I don't connect with this. This doesn't make sense to me. I have come up with
yeah, that's
conventional
true.
education. See, me and you and everybody around us is doing conventional, so why not just follow it? But how will you get to know this is by coming and experiencing it. So this is the link.
Yes,
I've
that's
just
all.
posted it in the chat. Please come and experience for a week what happens. And as I was telling you, when you come, you will come with your spouse and child, or even child's grandparents. Are most anybody is welcome in your family. You will come here as a learner, not as a parent.
Mm.
That's the first thing we will tell you when you come inside. You are no more parent child. For us, you are three wonderful explorers, learners who have come, doers who have come. Now get into action. And for each one, we will ask you, what do you want to do? Yeah, because we don't have any activities here. We don't have any agenda here. You are the agenda. Your child we will say, you are the agenda, you decide what you want to do. And then the child says, I don't know what to do. We'll say, okay, look around, see, you will soon come up with an answer. You may want to climb a tree, you may want to do a trampoline, you may want to do art because that girl or that boy is doing art, or you may want to play football, or you may want to do gymnastics, or you may want to read poetry, or you may want to bake, or you may want to do make a rocket or do some carpentry. So everything is available. Yeah, what is important is you have to decide. And that's true whether it's in your home. Believe me, everything is available. Meaning, some resources will be required, but that can always be procured. Big deal. And nowadays, so in the world of Swiggy's and Amazons and Flipkarts, even that is not a big deal. You type and you get it, whatever you need. Yeah. More important is to decide, this is what I want to do today.
Yes.
So please come, please experience. Okay, I think
Okay.
I've typed the spelling wrong. Let me correct the spelling of experience and repost it. Yeah, anyway, I'm also sharing. I'm sure you have the WhatsApp number of Aarohi. So you can always ping if for some reason you're not getting the correct link, you can always ping me and I can help you out. Yeah, more questions.
Sure, sure.
Well,
Thank you.
and also people who joined little later. Let me see who all is there. Manish, you had joined later. Nikhil. So please go ahead if you have a question, if you have a thought, if you just want to introduce yourself, feel free. Yeah, please go ahead. Meanwhile, I'm also looking at all the questions. Yeah, somebody had also talked about my child does not want to sit for long, right? Uh, so again, if you let me take that little question. So see, in a child-based education, there is nothing like child should sit for long. It is anyway based on how that child is. If there is a child who does not want to sit for long, that's absolutely fine. If there's a child who likes to sit for long, that's absolutely fine. There is no that this is better than that. In a conventional system, because it's a system, obviously some people are fitting the system, some people are not, and the ones who are not, poor them, which includes me as a child. Even I was a child, very hyperactive. I would not sit in a place and always get punishment, and the works, and I hated school for that matter. But thankfully, I had parents who said, "Don't bother about school. Don't bother about marks. Do whatever you feel like." Right. So I could, in that sense, enjoy my childhood, but not the education part or not the schooling part. And I still tell everybody that I'm still the same ADHD. I'm still the still hyperactive person, and I now enjoy my hyperactivity because I think my hyperactivity is a blessing. It has given me things which most people have not got, and I can teach them what to do with that. So I don't want to elaborate on that here, but I'm just telling you, please don't think that child has to be of a particular kind. That's the system way of thinking. But when we become child based, whichever way the child is, that's the system for that child, right? And the another child will have another system. So we follow child-based system. So we have as many system as many children, and children change every day, every week, month, year, just like we do. So the systems also keep changing. Again, everything is evolving, everything is changing.
Hi, Ratnesh. So,
Yeah.
hi. So, this is Subhashi. If I'm
Yes,
deciding
Subhashi.
to stay for a week,
Hmm. Hmm.
I saw the payment option link and the calendar.
Hmm.
From the calendar, I'm choosing a week. How do I proceed with all the details?
Yeah, yeah,
Is
that's
it
the
done
link
through
I've given
WhatsApp
in
or
the. No, 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 no. I've given the link in the chat. Could you get that? The second link
um,
will work, I think. Just see the
um,
chat. arohilive.org/experience. That will take you to our webpage, which will give you the details of the experience visit and a registration form, which you can use to register.
can you send the link again because my meeting got disconnected and the chat is empty?
No, not a problem, not a problem. I'll do that right away.
Thank you.
Yeah, and as I said, if you miss anything, the link will be.
Okay. And one thing I came across while going through the website is since my daughter is, 5.5 years old,
Hmm.
there's only I mean 1 week per month stay with the parent, right?
Yeah, yeah. 15
Uh,
weeks in
the,
a year, 1 week in a month. Yes.
okay. If I choose to, put her regularly in Aarohi, how does it work?
Uh, well, I would say don't. Yeah,
Okay.
don't do that. At that age, I would say the child should spend a lot of time at home.
Sure. True.
Yeah, it's too early to start thinking of the child being elsewhere, which is why it has to be a parent and child. You can't send a 5-year-old to Arohi alone,
True.
right?
True. True.
So even when the child is coming, the child has the anchor of the mom or the dad or both of them
Mm,
with her, right? That's
true.
important.
Sure.
Let's understand, and the time will come when the child only will turn around and say, "Mom, don't come."
Yeah. Yeah.
That day will come, but that is for the
True.
child to say. And for some children, that comes at 8 years. Some children, even at 12
Mm-hmm.
years, are not ready to say that.
Okay.
So again, there
Okay.
is no age to it. It is up to each
Okay.
child to say,
Mm,
now I want to be alone. And that's the
okay.
age, right? So often
Okay.
parents ask me, at what age? I say, I don't know. That will depend on each child. So let the child say that. Till the time, let's give that child the kind
Yeah.
of the safety and when I say safety, I don't mean physical safety. I mean that emotional connect, that
Yeah.
okay, you are there. uh, Not that at 5 years children will always be with you in the campus. Don't worry, you will hardly see them morning to evening. Right? They will be all over the place very soon. Maybe first day,
Okay.
second day, but by third day uh, you will only meet them in the night when they want to sleep with you.
Okay.
Otherwise, whole they'll be
Very
running around
nice.
doing things that they want to do. Yeah.
Okay. Because
So
see, I am more curious than her to stay with her. I don't want her to say that, I don't need you, mommy. So,
yes, yes. Please, please. That's
so
why we
yeah.
like parent child, and there have been so many
Okay.
parents. And again, if you want to talk to somebody who has done this, then I can put you on to that. Just ping me on WhatsApp later. You can talk to
Okay.
them. How
Sure. I'll
was
just
their
ping you.
experience? Because these parents also did
Sure.
not stay here for few months. They stayed for few years,
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Only then, the child became older. So that's how it
Okay.
goes. 7, 8 years, nine
Okay.
years. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ratnesh. I'll just take the link. Thank you.
Sure. And again, to start this journey, come for a week first, because
Sure.
you need to see that, this is the kind of place I like. This is the kind of people I like. This is the vibe of the place. That should match with you.